Now, I don't know if GB News are trying to do the pretense of being balanced, or the fact that Camilla Tominey is still a Tory graph journalist and obviously has that deep connection to the Tory party that she loves putting the boot in. So in this interview, she had Richard Tice trying to defend his future cabinet position after being pushed aside by Robert Jenrick, and then got absolutely destroyed when his hospitality numbers turned out to be off by £10 billion. And watching him try to dodge both topics is genuinely painful. So Reform are planning this big press conference, I think it's today in Birmingham, where they're apparently unveiling the future cabinet. You know, for government they definitely won't be forming. Well, fingers crossed they definitely won't be forming. And before the events even happened, the Telegraph's leaked the whole thing, showing Richard Tice, the deputy leader, who's been with Reform from the start, has been shunted to the side to business and energy, whilst Robert Jenrick, the Tory who jumped ship 5 minutes ago, gets to be Chancellor.
You're speaking like a future Chancellor there, Richard Tice, and yet we read, and it hasn't been denied by Reform, that actually you wouldn't get that post in a future Farage government. It would go to the Johnny-come-lately that is the former Tory, Robert Jenrick. How have you allowed Robert Jenrick to usurp you in
Patience
this way?
is a virtue.
Right.
There is so much to do to running a country. There's so much talent within Reform at the moment and with other people that are going to be elected. We're preparing, we're getting ready, we've got working groups looking at all this.
OK.
That's political speak for I'm currently checking my back for knives.
And, you know, there's not just one person that is sort of like...
No, I know. So this is the point. This is the point.
The point is, what we will be doing is showing across the piece we've got a range of excellent, strong talent that can do all of the multiple jobs that are required in a cabinet. OK,
so are you saying that you're not going to be the future Chancellor? Have you accepted that now?
My whole focus is on getting Reform elected to government.
So you might be business and energy, is that right?
We would all be delighted to help Nigel as Prime Minister in whatever role is deemed appropriate at the time.
When you found out that Robert Jenrick is now Nigel Farage's pick for Chancellor, you were delighted, were you?
Look, you're getting ahead of yourself, Camilla.
I don't know if I am, actually.
You're getting well ahead of yourself.
The Telegraph reported this, and we did put it to the Reform
and is the Telegraph always right on things? The Telegraph is often wrong on things. I know you're obviously you're not impartial on this matter.
Always right.
No, Camilla, you know that is not true.
But the point is, nobody at Reform has told us this is wrong.
Beautiful irony here is that Tice spent years building Reform. He was literally the party leader before Farage came back, and now he's watching his former Tories waltz in and take the top jobs. Jenrick as Chancellor, Zahawi running the Cabinet Office, Youssef, who apparently also wanted the Chancellor job. Tice is getting muscled out of his own party by the people who were in the Conservative government, like, what, a year ago or so? 2 years ago? And he has to sit there on a Reform-friendly propaganda channel pretending this is all part of some grand plan where he's just so excited to serve in whatever role Nigel deems appropriate. Just imagine being the guy who built the house, only to be told that you're now in charge of the washing up, while some guy that's just moved in gets to lounge around in your pants in your master bedroom. But if that wasn't embarrassing enough, it actually gets a bit worse, because then Tominey pivots to the Reform's pub policy. You know, their big thing that they did last week? And this is where Tice's entire economic credibility just disintegrates. Reform's been running around saying they'll slash VAT for hospitality to 10%, cut national insurance in the sector and reduce business rates. And they'll be claiming this will cost around about $2.6 billion. Sounds very reasonable, very voter-friendly, save the British pub and all that. Except that with Reform, it's always the devil's in the detail, isn't it?
Trouble is, your sums on the whole pubs thing don't quite add up.
Oh, that's wrong.
So you've said,
Camilla,
hang on.
They are right.
Can I please put it to you, and then you can debunk what I'm saying?
Telegraph, wrong again.
Well, no, this isn't from the Telegraph. These are actual figures that have been contradictory to your
Put forward by Mel Stride.
No, put forward by
Mel Stride.
HMRC,
Put forward by Mel Stride.
The Treasury and the House of Commons. Can I just put them to you?
No, it's a waste of time. Because why has the Fuller's boss said that only Reform is the political party that is backing British pubs?
Listen, I'm only making the point, and I think that many will agree.
You're making things up.
No, I'm not. Can I just give you the figures? You haven't even heard them yet.
HMRC, the Treasury and the House of Commons Research Department have actually done the maths, and Reform's numbers are catastrophically wrong. I mean, we're talking off by £10 billion. And Tice's response to being confronted with these official government figures is first just to try and talk over and drown her out. And when that doesn't work, it's just to go, yeah, well, just dismiss them entirely.
Slashing VAT for hospitality to 10%, very popular policy, with Telegraph readers, funny enough, let alone publicans. You're saying that will cost £1.9 billion. HMRC is saying it will cost 11. Cutting national insurance in the hospitality sector, you're saying it will cost 100 million. In reality, the House of Commons' own research department says it will cost 500 million. Slashing business rates in hospitality, you're saying it will cost 580 million. HMT, that's the Treasury, who I hope can count, are saying
really?
It will, well,
really?
It'll cost
I think actually we know the Treasury can't count. When they don't understand how to spell the Laffer curve, let alone know what it means.
Your sums are out by 10 billion. How can you be trusted with the
sums have been looked
finances?
At.
If there's this deficiency in your own
The team
maths.
have prepared the sums and we are happy with the sums.
It's as if his back-of-the-napkins calculations trump HMRC's actual data. This is the man who has positioned himself as Reform's economic brain, who, up until Robert Jenrick showed up, was going to be Chancellor. His whole argument is, well, yeah, they're wrong. Trust me instead. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Treasury can make mistakes, absolutely. But when you've got the HMRC, the Treasury and the House of Commons Research Department all independently arrive at numbers that are 5 times higher than yours, maybe the problem isn't that everybody else can't count. Maybe it's that your team cobbled together some wishful thinking and called it an economic policy. And look, the real story here isn't just that Reform's numbers are wrong or that Tice got demoted in his own party's fantasy cabinet. It's that this is supposed to be the competent, business-minded, economically literate alternative to the establishment parties. He just spent 10 minutes trying to look like a government in waiting. Instead, he looked like a man realised he's the bridesmaid and not the bride. And when it all comes down to it, their numbers don't add up, their leadership hierarchy is being rewritten by former Conservative MPs, and the Deputy Leader can't even defend either situation without looking completely out of his depth.